What's up, guys? Welcome back. Hey, hope you had a really fun 4th. I had a great time spending some time with some family. I was out of town for a few days, and today's only Wednesday, and that's because I'm going to the lake for the next couple of days. Chad, Joe, myself, along with our families. We used to do it every year, what we call like the owner's trip, and so us and our families, we kind of get together and go to a lake house, or we'd do a beach house once, but we feel like we like the lake better. So when you guys are watching this, I'm hopefully either on a jet ski or on a boat. Let's hope so. Speaking of the jet ski, so I don't think I've shown you guys, but we actually have a couple company jet skis. You know, we got dirt bikes and all that, but we have two 1997 Kawasaki 750s that we've had for a few years now. I think we bought them, I think 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. That sounds right. Those things are awesome. 2 strokes, if you know anything about jet skis, are super fun, but one of them had a leak around the impeller shaft, or whatever it's called. One of them had a leak, and so we had to change a seal last night. And we had to take the entire motor out in my driveway to get this seal and to redo it. But we did it, and it cranked right back up after we got everything hooked back up. I was pretty proud of us. There was an 18% chance of us getting that done, and it still ran. So that was the number I was giving it. But we did it. I've never done a motor out service on anything before. That was the first time. Today, we have launched the new batch of Nitro-V lookouts. Those things are available. I actually just put them in stock. This is right now, it's Wednesday, 2 o'clock, I think, 1:50. And I just put them in stock just a few minutes ago, and now I've got to run an errand and then also go by the shop and talk to the guys. They've been having some issues today with a few things. Mainly our air compressor keeps wanting to die, and so I want to check in with them and see if they've got it back up and running, see what they need, see if I can help them in any way. The guys have been crushing it lately. They have just been cranking stuff out. These new Nitro-V lookouts are going to be kind of rolling in. I think we've got about 100 in stock right now. We were doing them, they're Nitro-V, they're going to be in Black G10 scales and natural micarta handle scales. And I also found a stash of Ultim scales. And I noticed on our back in stock notify system, there was just enough people signed up for a Nitro-V with an Ultim. And so I put some together. I had enough knife blanks versus scales to make it work, and I made 22 of them. So there's 22 Nitro-V and Ultim set up. That's probably going to be the only time we do it. So if that is one that you want, now's the time to grab it. If there's ever anything of ours that you are looking for that is out of stock, the best way to get notified the quickest when it does go back in stock, because I do kind of like to post it in different places strategically. It's kind of like, depending on what it is, I'll post it in our Facebook group, or I'll send a newsletter, or we'll do it here in the vlog. Just depends on what it is and kind of where that audience, I think, is. If there is something that's out of stock that you want to know about, on every product page that's out of stock, there is a little spot you can put your email address in. As soon as we put them in stock, it actually sends you an email notification that it's back. I think 250 people just got notified about these lookouts, and I wanted them to have the first go at it since they're the ones that signed up. We can't thank you guys enough for like supporting the US shop, supporting what we're doing there, and we're trying to create some jobs here in town and make some cool stuff together here in Chattanooga. And speaking of creating jobs, next week we actually have another guy joining the machine shop. So we talked a couple weeks ago, we have a position open as kind of a Jarvis assistant, machining apprentice, whatever. We're not great with titles, whatever you want to call it. Somebody to kind of be part of Jarvis's team is really what it is. And as soon as I filmed that segment at the shop, I got back to the office and I had an email from a guy, kind of just a cold call, an email with a resume, expressing interest in any position that was available in the shop, and we ended up hiring him. So his name is Kyle. He is super cool. I think he's going to be a great fit. The teams really seem to enjoy him. Kyle's starting up next week. I'm really excited to get him on board. I'll do my best to introduce you guys to him next week. And we also have a little special release coming next week, which I'm out running an errand for right now because I'm going out of town in the morning, and I wanted to go and get these in-house so the boys have some projects to work on while we're gone. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet. I did drop something off with our good friends at Art Warehouse. I'm going to swing by and pick it up, say hey to them for a second, and then head down to the shop. So that's it. I will see you all at the machine shop here in just a few. All right, made it to the shop. These are some of the stuff that we use to carry parts back and forth between the office and the shop. So I gotta bring them back to them. And boy, it is hot today. Well, it's weird because you walk in and the machines, some are working, that mill's on, or that lathe is on. Our air compressor died. So they had to stop all operations essentially to fix it. We had to replace the motor. Brand new motor on the air compressor. A lot of these tools take air pressure to run. I'm not going to show you what's on that plate because it has something to do with some lookouts, but it's a little different. It's a little different that you guys haven't figured out about yet. Jarvis, what does your bit bar say?
Not my trash, not my dumpster.
What? Not my trash, not my a raccoon in a Hawaiian shirt.
That's what it is.
All right, that's funny. Some people are allowed to have laser engravers. And you also look at you got a new flashlight.
I did.
Look at that, the O-Clip Pro America Edition. America. Jarvis has been on the lookout for a cool new flashlight.
So you wanted a lookout?
Oh, a lookout. That's pretty cool. I like this. The O-Clip Pro's got like a floodlight on it, and then the normal spotlight, and then a red light also. It's pretty cool. I have a couple of the regular O-Clips, but the Pro is pretty sweet. I'm always a sucker for a cool flashlight. Speaking of lookouts, I've been part of the assembly team this week. I've been putting together a bunch of knives. So if you guys pick up one of the knives that is in stock this week, your boy put it together. I didn't make it, but I put it together. I assembled it, I cleaned it, I put the scales on them, and I boxed them. See, if you don't believe me, watch this. See? I can do stuff with my hands. I did all of those. There's like 100 of them. I did them all myself. It took a long time. Oh, you still have the path.
No, this is for the machine. That one's for the. That's about a 5-inch, 4-inch.
This goes on the machine?
Yeah.
Is it like you go onto a plate?
Yeah.
Not my trash, not my dumpster. Another reason we put a raccoon on the Titanium Dreams shirt. In case you never heard about it, we had a couple raccoons that lived here.
They still do.
They still do, but they're getting a little more skittish, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Too many people in the neighborhood now.
I know. Yeah, the gentrification, am I right? Yeah. Oh, we're ruining everything.
Go home.
You can even kind of tell it's a raccoon from the dots.
You can.
Especially when you zoom in.
Hawaiian shirt.
That's hilarious. I mean, you gotta find something to do sometimes when the machines are just running.
Yeah, it was running. I was.
Yeah, you just gotta kind of hang out, find something fun to do. Especially when it's 1,000,000 degrees. Hey, enough people let me know below that they want a raccoon bit bar, and I'll make it happen. If you want the Jarvis edition. If 15 people, and you gotta follow through, say they'll buy one, I'll make you one. I'll have Jarvis send me the file, and we'll do them up at the office. 15 people, but you gotta be serious. Nope, don't play games. No playing games. You gotta be for real. In case you missed last week, those shirts are available and in stock. You can have my hand on the back. And if you didn't watch the 4th of July video, you should go back and watch it. We talk about that shirt, but we also had a little ridiculous fun. So the very end of the video is worth watching if you haven't seen it. Highly recommend it. Yeah, I hope you guys had a good 4th too. We've been getting a lot of questions too about this new batch of lookouts and why we chose Nitro-V. So I wanted to talk about that just a little bit, and we'll let you guys in on kind of what the thinking is behind switching this batch to Nitro-V over Magnica. So because they both have their strengths and their weaknesses, so options are good. So let's get into it. All right, so a lot of people have asked why Nitro-V on this next run, and the short answer is because we really like Nitro-V. This is actually one of Mac's personal favorite steels. It's derived from AEBL, if you're familiar with that. I've never stated to be a knife steel expert. I'm not a huge stickler on what kind of steel it is, as long as the knife gets the job done. But Nitro-V, just in kind of learning myself, I've been doing some research. Nitro-V is a blade steel that is like, if you're going to hard use your knife, if you're going to take this out in the field, if you're going to take it camping, if you're going to use it in a hard manner, Nitro-V is an amazing steel. It's extremely durable, it's extremely tough, but it also holds an edge fairly well. I wouldn't say it's as good as something like an M390 or a MagnaCut, but the trade-off is that steel is not going to chip as much as a MagnaCut or an M390 in hard use scenarios, as well as it's a lot easier to sharpen. So it's kind of like if the Lookout was a field knife, is why we went with this version in Nitro-V. Where the normal version for the US models are of course in MagnaCut. MagnaCut holds its edge extremely well, it's extremely durable, but it's a lot harder to sharpen. So if you're doing like normal everyday tasks, like your normal EDC pocket knife, MagnaCut is a phenomenal option, it's a great option, that's why we went with it. And then M390 is very similar to MagnaCut as far as how well it holds its edge and how much the retention of that edge is going to be. But with Nitro-V, it's pretty cool that it's about the hardening versus how durable it is. And so when you heat treat it to different Rockwell or HRC, you get kind of a different feel in the knife. And so we kind of shot for a sweet spot right in the middle, super durable, but also super hard. So we're at 61, 62 HRC. And if you're curious, while we're here, 25-degree sharpening angle. And that's on all US Lookouts. And I'm pretty sure our normal TI Lookout, but I'd have to actually double check myself. Yeah, so that's why we went Nitro-V on this batch. I'm actually really excited about just something that can really kind of beat up stuff with out in the woods. I like to camp, I like to go hiking, and I do take a Lookout with me every time I go out in the woods. So it's just kind of a perfect knife for that. So yeah, thought we'd take a minute and kind of answer that question. I know a lot of people are curious. So this is a batch of around 500 knives all in, and so I just made just under 100 of them available. Like you saw in that video a second ago, I actually assembled all of them myself this week, and so I'm kind of been in assembly, get it done mode right in front of vacation, and so I'm just kind of get a video out for you guys like I said I would. Yeah, this week's been really fun. Over the weekend we had a ton of cool press about the brand new Overlook. You know, this thing's been out for what, over a month now, I guess? What is today, the 9th? So a month and a half. And if you are wanting to grab one of these, the very first batch, the first run, is almost sold out. I think there's like less than 50 available right now, which is insane. So I would say before Monday, there's a good chance they'll even be gone. So if you are wanting to grab one of these, the first production run is about out of stock. We do have another one right on the coattails, but it might be at least a few weeks before when these sell out until the new ones are available. So if you do want one, you know, probably now's the time to grab one, unless you want to wait a little bit. And we did make a decision today on Blade Show West. So I think I said in a video a few weeks ago that we were trying to decide if we were going to do Blade West this year, because it is a 27-hour road trip for us. We officially decided today that we are not going to go to Blade West this year. Maybe not next year, but we're not going to do it this year, and I'm a little sad about it. I do love blade shows, but you should still go, still support some amazing people. Speaking of the knife world, I'm sorry to say we heard that our friend Ryan from UltiClip actually passed away this week of a heart attack, and so our hearts go out to the UltiClip family and everybody that knows and loves Ryan. He was an amazing man. All right, guys, that's it. It's time to go to the lake for a few days, get some rest, play with my kids, so we can get going back hard on Monday morning. Go grab a Lookout, go grab one of those t-shirts. An Overlook, like I said, we've only got a few of those left before that batch is done. We'll see you next week when we introduce you to our newest member of the team, Kyle. I'm excited to get him going. So have a great weekend. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll talk to y'all later. Have a good weekend. See you.